So Bradford City have confirmed that Jamie Walker has turned down a new contract with the football club, so they have triggered his option for a further season. He will remain on the same terms at the football club, and in today's video I will bring you guys my thoughts and opinions on this news. If you do go on to enjoy, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 100 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We're now on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below on this news. Now, there's actually no mention at all about him turning down the new terms, but we can all assume that this new contract that he was offered was probably going to be on a less base salary and more appearance based because of the amount of injuries that he has picked up over the last couple of seasons with us. It's quite clear that he has decided to not accept that, and now the club have decided just to trigger his contract for a further season on the same wage, same bonuses. It certainly seems that way, but make sure to drop a like on there for me, subscribe if you're new as well. Let's get into it. Now, obviously, this news was announced yesterday at 4 PM, about probably 4 seconds after I posted yesterday's video, so please make sure to go check that one out if you haven't already, but I then didn't want to do a double upload on the same day when we don't really need to, so today we'll have my reaction to it. So yesterday at 4 PM, Bradford City tweeted saying Jamie Walker will remain a bantam for a further year after the option to extend his contract until the end of the 2024-25 campaign has been exercised. The article does then read, Walker extends City stay. Jamie Walker will remain a bantam for a further year after the club exercised an option to extend his contract until the end of the 2024-25 campaign. Having first arrived in West Yorkshire on loan from Hearts in January 2022, obviously under Derek Adams, Walker made the permanent switch to the University of Bradford Stadium following the conclusion of the 2021-22 season, signing an initial 2-year deal with the option of a further term in the club's favour. He has made 82 appearances in Claret and Amber to date, scoring 18 times with 3 goals and 2 assists in his final 4 games of the 23-24 campaign. On extending his stay at Valley Parade, Walker said, I am delighted to be here for another year. Personally, last season I felt I ended the season quite well. I am looking forward to getting back for pre-season and getting going again. I enjoy being here. I enjoy the big crowds, the matches and the feel of being at a proper football club. My family has really settled here away from football, and I think that is a big part of being successful on the pitch. I am always open to doing stuff in the community, and I really enjoy playing for this football club. Hopefully this season I can get a full season under my belt and really help the team kick on. The foundations are there for everyone, and hopefully we can go on and have a successful season. City manager Graham Alexander added, I am really looking forward to working with Jamie again, and I'm sure he will strive to continue where he left off last season. It was so frustrating not having him available for such a significant period, but when he was fit I really enjoyed seeing what he brought to our team. He understands what we are trying to create, and I'm sure he will continue to work hard to play a significant part in our plan. So Jamie Walker is here for next season, not on new terms which he was offered in the return list, but he will still be here on his current contract terms. Now, I think you can look at this at 2 ways. You can look at it from a glass half empty perspective in the fact that he has turned down new terms at the football club, but then you could also look at it at the glass half full perspective where we've still got a very, very good player at our football club for next season. And I obviously understand from Jamie Walker's point of view why. Obviously, I'm only speculating here, but you can only assume the reason why he was offered new terms is to try and reduce his initial wage and then increase it in terms of bonuses. But obviously, from his point of view, he doesn't want to accept that. Who's going to want to ever be extended at their current job and be doing it on less money? So you can really understand it from his point of view, and I guess the club having that option to trigger it for a further season works in both favours really, because obviously we've got it and we've kept him for a further season, but if we didn't have that option for a further year, would we have then been a little bit leaner with our negotiations and maybe met him a little bit closer? Like I say, when you don't really know the ins and outs of what's really going on, it is hard to speculate, and I don't just want to do that, but from the outside looking in, it certainly seems that way. And obviously he's got a young family, he lives in the local area, and he's got to look after them at the end of the day, so you can't really blame him for turning down less money if that is what he has been offered. But in terms of his quality on the pitch, we know that over the last couple of seasons he hasn't really been available for the full campaign. He's had 1 or 2 quite long-term injuries in that period of time, and both of them were not really his fault. You know, both come from really bad tackles. I think actually both were against Doncaster, I think I'm right in saying. Obviously, at the start of the 22-23 campaign, I think it either happened in the Doncaster game or training a couple of days after. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. And then he was out until about November, December sort of time. So he missed a large chunk of the first half of last season. And obviously we saw Harry Chapman play as the attacking midfielder in that time. And then the season just gone by, again, a Doncaster player, I think, was it a fracture or a leg break, something like that, absolutely wipes him out. It was somehow only a yellow card, absolutely baffling. And I can't remember the exact game which he did return in, but he was out for a fair few months after. It only seemed like he was going to be out for a couple of weeks. We didn't see him for ages. We went on that really bad run around January time. And if Jamie Walker can stay fit for all 46 games next season, I have no doubts we will be a League One football club at come the end of it, because his quality is there to see. He scores goals, he chips in with a few assists as well, but in terms of the type of attacking midfielder he is, he's certainly much more of a goal scorer. I think a lot of his goals come from just popping up in the box and being in the right place at the right time. He's got that footballing IQ to know where to be. He works really hard as well, and I think the genuine only thing holding Jamie Walker's career back has always kind of just been his injury record, especially at Bradford City, because if he stays fit for a full 46 games, there's no doubt he's more than good enough to be playing in League One, maybe even higher throughout his whole career. Obviously, we know about his age and all that sort of stuff now, but he's probably in his prime at the moment, and I think in terms of a footballing point of view, when he's fit and available, obviously it's very good news that he's with us for next season. I really hope that he can keep himself fit, but when you're one of the better players in the division playing for an opposition side, you're obviously going to try and take them out of the game and do anything that you can to get the 3 points. And unfortunately, in Jamie Walker's case, that does come for injuries at times. In terms of Jamie Walker's season just gone by then, he made 27 starts in League Two, 3 substitute appearances as well, playing 2,232 minutes. He scored 8 goals and also chipped in with 5 assists. He picked up 7 yellow cards and also 1 red card as well. In terms of his XG, he created 7.52 XG and obviously scored 8 goals, so he overperformed his expected goals by 0.48. We were in the video we did yesterday, we were comparing all our strikers, and Andy Cook, Tyler Smith and also Callum Kavanagh all underperformed their XG last season, whereas Jake Young overperformed it, largely though based on his time at Swindon Town. Even Jamie Walker's passing stats are pretty decent. Obviously we know about the 5 assists, but 1.7 key passes per game, 1.2 crosses per game as well. According to WhoScored.com, he got an average rating of 7.05. I think anything above a 7 is a solid rating. And I think if we are to play the 3-5-2 with the holding midfielder and 2 number 8s who basically push on and join in with the attack, I think Walker will be key to that. I expect us to recruit in that position this summer. You look at some of the options that we've got in there, and I certainly think Jamie Walker at the moment is a starter, but if we bring the likes of Dan Kemp, Ben Whitfield, Joe Sabara, for example, to the football club, then we are going to need a bit more competition in there, because if Walker does pick up another injury, the drop off then down to someone like a Clark Adort or an Alex Gilliard is quite significant. And for me personally, when Walker is fit and available, he is one of, if not the best attacking midfielders in the division. He scores goals, he creates chances, he gets assists, and he's also got a bit of that nasty side to him as well, which a lot of the time works for you, but sometimes it does work against you as well when he's obviously trying to wind the opposition up. But then we have seen him pick up a few stupid double yellow cards, which have obviously led to a red card in his career so far. I think AFC Wimbledon away in the 22-23 season, not even too long ago away at Walsall in the 23-24 campaign, 2 really silly yellow cards. But on the whole, Jamie Walker is obviously a very, very good player, and I am happy that he's going to be with us for next season. So if we have a look then at how Bradford City's squad is now lining up, obviously the 2 players highlighted in yellow are yet to sign new contracts with the football club, but they have been offered new terms. I still think we need a right wing back. We're obviously going to need a couple of centre halves as well. We've expected that Odesina and Taylor will be moving on. I still think we need a left wing back. We probably need another holding midfielder if McDonald is to move on. I would like to see Clark Adore maybe go out on loan and bring in another central midfielder or 2. Adam Wilson you expect to go out on loan, Tyler Smith the same, Vinny Oliver we also expect it to be sold as well. So lots of transfer business is still to come. I'll obviously bring you guys them videos, my reactions to that business as soon as possible, but it'll be interesting to see how the summer does go on. Fingers crossed that Matty Platt is the next player to sign a new contract with the football club. But thank you all very much for watching today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 100 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We're on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that. that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below on Jamie Walker and the fact that he has probably turned down a new contract with the football club, so they have decided to extend his current deal by a further season. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Peace.